I feel like I like keeping up with the Kardashians. Yeah. I'm like, I like them. People like hate them, but I just find them fascinating. Mm-hmm. I like talking about the Kardashians. I like consuming the Kardashian content. I don't know. They're interesting. Yeah. I've liked the show. I've watched it forever. Now I feel like it's a little bit more produced than it was before. Yeah. I liked it when they were just like silly and fun. And now I do feel like because of social media, we see everything that they're going to talk about before they're talking about it on the show. So when you're watching, you're like, oh, okay, that was like then. I wish Kylie would put Timmy on the show. I need to see her and Timothée Chalamet on the show. Like yesterday, I'm obsessed with them. I know everyone hates them, or not everyone, but a lot of people don't like them. I think they're so cute.
I think that they're cute.
This is the Dry Diaries with your author, Alex Dry.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex and I am back with another entry of the Dry Diaries. Today I have Kristi Cook.
Hi. Hey guys.
She is the queen, spill Sesh. You were anonymous before.
Yeah.
And you just did a face reveal.
Yeah, it's rather newish, but it's been fun.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And then you have a new...
It's like show. A short form show.
Like a show.
I've been working on that, and then like there's other things in the mix, but I feel like ever since the face reveal, it's like more exciting. I can just do way more things.
I know.
Which was kind of the point of doing it. But yeah, it's been really good.
I know. I'm excited to get into that. But before we start, I kind of just want to get to know you because obviously like we've chatted a little bit, but not into depth. And then also for like all the followers, you came out, so they didn't really know about you beforehand.
Yeah,
so
just the tea. Just the tea, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay, well, to start, so where did you grow up and what were you like as a kid?
I grew up in Florida, like kind of near Miami and Fort Lauderdale area. And I feel like I was shy. I feel like I'm still shy, but just like when it's me, my phone, and my computer, I'm like, all right, guys,
let's go.
Let's get into the tea. Yeah. But it's because like no one's like watching.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like the fun part about being anonymous was like my personality could shine. But yeah, I feel like I'm just like quiet. I'm like introverted as. Yeah.
But you've always loved getting into like the gossip or like conspiracies and everything since you were little? Or is it something that...
I think it's just like celebrities or like influencers. I've just always like watched that content. Mm-hmm. I think especially when YouTube first started like really taking off, I was like in middle school and that's like all the content I was consuming. And I felt like no one was talking about it the way that they were talking about celebrities. They're like, you go to the grocery store and every tabloid is like the Kardashians, but nothing was about influencers until I feel like COVID. That's when everyone started taking them way more seriously as like celebrities. But I think it took like Charli D'Amelio for like that to happen.
Yeah, and I think that definitely TikTok had a big play in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's like, okay, there's value in these people.
Yeah, so crazy. So what was your first ever YouTube channel you're obsessed with? Or was there someone that you looked up to whenever you were starting your channel?
I just watched so much content over the years.
Yeah.
Like in middle school, I was watching a lot of people make music videos, and like my friends and I would make these music videos too. It's like Katy Perry songs, like Pitbull. We're just like, it was so embarrassing. Like I can't even watch those videos back. I don't even know where they are. I think I like scrubbed them entirely. But I think like Kian and JC, like Oh Too Well, Gen X Pen, like probably you're like, what the heck? It's like so niche down there. But Jenna Marbles, Shane Dawson at the time. But those are the people that I was watching.
Were you ever Jake Paul, Logan Paul fans?
I didn't like watch them like prior to them being in scandals. I think that's when I was like, oh, okay, like let me see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
But I remember like the Team 10 era.
Oh my gosh.
And the music videos, like that I was like eating that up. And like Alyssa Violet like coming back at Jake. I'm like, that song was so good.
That's so funny. I know I recently watched their documentary.
Oh,
Have you
on the
seen it?
HBO?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple episodes of it.
Okay.
I don't know if they're all out, but I've seen some of it.
I think I watched like the first one or the first two because they were like releasing them slowly.
Yeah.
And the only thing, I mean, I thought it was really cool. The only thing I took out of it was now I'm like, okay, do I want to try ayahuasca? Because you know how he was talking about his whole experience and then like the Mike Tyson thing.
It's like everyone that does it is like gets online and they're like, I'm a changed person.
Right.
I'm looking at things differently, but I can't even believe that they're on HBO.
I know.
I can't believe they got a show. It's
so crazy.
insane, like their journey. Though like right now, I think like Logan's getting called out because he was like talking about having a daughter and he's like, this is like my karma or something for like how I've treated girls in the past because he wanted like a boy first. He's like, I just always envisioned I was gonna have like a son and he's gonna be this protector to like my like daughter, and everyone's like, what a crazy thing to say.
Oh my gosh,
these guys, they're like unfiltered still.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched it, so Logan and Jake Paul, they came out with this HBO series. And of course, like the one thing that stuck out to me was Jake went to Costa Rica, I think it was, and he did this whole ayahuasca journey. And during it, he said that he had this whole vision of him and Mike Tyson fighting and how it impacted like all of these kids and it got them into boxing. And so he literally showed a call with him and Mike Tyson on FaceTime, and Mike Tyson's like, yeah, like, you know how he has like the little list. He's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, I've done ayahuasca too. Let's do it. I'm like, is this really how this fight came about? But I don't know.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's
I'm like,
crazy.
Did you manifest that for real?
I know. Just getting Mike Tyson on FaceTime randomly. But
yeah, like what was that about? It's like let me just call him up.
Yeah. I guess it's like the power.
He got his number through the ayahuasca.
Like
what?
It came to him in his like
his
little visions. Yeah. It's so crazy. Okay, what's something people would be shocked to learn about you?
I don't know. Probably that I am like quiet, or that people that I talk about in my videos don't hate me, because I feel like people think I'm like talking about celebrity and influencer news and stuff and that people will be offended. But then I'm like, honestly, everyone kind of has a podcast right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of these like influencers or even celebrities have these shows where they're talking about what's going on in pop culture too. So I feel like they kind of get it now.
Yeah. Does anyone ever call you out or comment on your videos that whenever you're talking about them?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I feel like in the beginning when I was anonymous though, I think everyone on the internet was just like way more ruthless.
Yeah.
Like James Charles was getting called out by Jeffree Star, and Jeffree was just like ripping into anyone. So then I feel like everyone was ripping into everyone because they were all going for each other. It was like a free for all. So I said like any and everything that I felt. And of course, like people would like reply back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything like crazy. Like the only person that ever blocked me was Jeffree Star. But I think that's just because he can't handle the truth. But he blocks everyone.
Yeah.
But that
he
was
actually
like
goes live with one of my good friends all the
way.
time on TikTok.
I know he goes live all the time. He's on there getting his tokens.
Yeah.
His galaxies.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right.
The whole TikTok live thing's crazy, but I mean, she's turned it into a full-time job.
That's nuts.
It's so crazy.
I don't even know anything about TikTok live really, other than people like get on and they like battle and ask for galaxies. But I went to like the TikTok office, and then they had other creators there that specifically went live, and they were like talking about the bonus program, and then there's this, and I was like, what? It's like a different world.
It really is.
But there's so much money in it. It's crazy.
It's so crazy. We were at Stagecoach, and one of the girls that we were with, one of my good friends, she goes live. But it's honestly a full-time job. Like she has to go live from a certain time to a certain time.
It's like all day.
Yeah, and my brother, he's a sports guy, so out of social media completely. And he comes in, he's like, what is going on? Like, are you playing Pokemon Go? He calls it
kind of looks like
Go.
that. It looks like a game.
I know.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that that's like within the app. That's
Yeah.
like the same app that I'm just scrolling on endlessly that people are like playing like legit game on
Yeah.
and making money from it.
I know. And like significant amount. You can make a lot of money.
It's a whole other
It's a whole other
side of the app.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean,
Each
people are
to
like
their
quitting
own,
their
you
jobs
know?
and like even like the TikTok shop
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like people that go live and it's like QVC.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
literally
like, oh my
QVC.
gosh.
Yes, it's so crazy. So how do you, because, you know, also social media in general is a full-time job, especially
Mm-hmm.
how many videos you put out. You put out a video every day, basically, right?
Yeah.
So how is that process like, and how much time does it take? Do you pre-plan, or do you want to share?
I think it's different depending on the topic of the video. Sometimes if I know something super well, it takes me like no time at all. But if it's something that's like a Blake and Justin lawsuit situation, I'm like, I have to sit, I have to read, make sure everything is right. I'm getting the quotes, I'm looking at the documents. That's going to take me like all day.
Yeah.
But then last night I was scrolling and I saw that they were saying that Catherine, like who used to be married to Austin McBroom.
Oh, yes.
Or married. I don't even know if they were actually legally married, but
Really?
she's coming out with a book. Yeah, it's weird. People are like, there was never like divorce documents that came out. Maybe they like got married in a different state and so people can't find them in the California system. I don't know how it works, but
yeah.
she's coming out with a book and people were saying that the first 3 chapters were released online like on accident.
Oh.
And in it, she's like, he cheated on me. And she's like flat out like confirming it. It's like everybody else has been talking about it for years, but she's never like come out and said it.
Oh.
And so everyone's like talking about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is this like for real?
Yeah.
Are these pages from the book for real? And this morning I was like, you know what, like whatever. I'm just going to make a video on it. I'm going to say that I don't know. But people are talking about it. They think it's this girl that was doing this with Austin. And I think it took me like an hour to like make the video from like start to finish. But only because I'm like, I know the backstory and like the history. And I was just like reading a couple pages of her book. But it really depends. Sometimes it's the whole day and sometimes it's like really fast.
Do you do all the editing yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like crazy.
That's awesome.
I would like an editor, but sometimes then I feel bad because I'm like, I need it like right away.
Yeah.
It's like some of the news is just like so like by tomorrow morning, like
It's
the
gonna be
story's
gone.
different. Yeah.
I know. It's so crazy because even like doing a podcast, you know, looking up everything and then editing it, it takes so long. So I just have so much respect for people like you that put out things every single day because I'm like, that is a skill. Because not only are you reporting on it and being the face of it, but then you're also editing and doing all the background stuff.
I feel like it's just like a formula where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to research it. I'm going to write it all down. I'm going to record the voiceover. I record like the first like 30 seconds of the video where I'm on camera. And sometimes I'll just like sit there like in the beginning of the week and I'll know kind of what I'll talk about throughout the week. So I'll literally sit there and just like change my shirt. And like the beginning of every video is like done.
Yeah.
And then like the rest of the scripts, like I'll just like write one like a day and like edit it or whatnot. But
that's so fun.
I feel like because I have like a system and every video is edited the same way, it goes quicker sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless it's a crazy story.
Do you think you're gonna only stick to celebrity gossip or go into other things? Because like me personally, I love conspiracy theories. I call myself a CTD, like conspiracy theory detective. But I think it's similar to celebrity, you know, reporting because you obviously have to look it up and there's all these backstories or what people are saying. And then like same thing with conspiracy theories. Like you can go down a freaking rabbit hole.
I definitely love videos like that. I feel like I've dabbled in it a little bit. If a story is going like super viral, like I've done a video on crumble cookies and people like calling out crumble. And I feel like I've definitely covered like a conspiracy theory or something. Definitely when like Shane Dawson was doing like the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy theories, I was reporting on that.
Wait, what's the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy theory?
He literally, I think they like threatened to sue him over it.
Really?
It was a crazy, crazy deal, but he made a video, I think it was like before COVID, where they went to Chuck E. Cheese and he was like hearing that if people like don't finish their pizza, that they would allegedly like piece it together. Like they would like save the pieces and then like make a new pizza and like serve it to people. Because like the slices of the pizza were uneven. Like they didn't fit together. And so he was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to Chuck E. Cheese and I'm going to see if this is for real. And they went to Chuck E. Cheese and the pizza didn't fit. And he was like, I can't get the pieces to fit. And he was like trying so hard. It was so crazy. And everyone was talking about it. They were so grossed out and disgusted. And then BuzzFeed or like people from BuzzFeed, I think they worked at BuzzFeed at the time. They went to Chuck E. Cheese and did this like whole interview where they were like, okay, what's the tea on the Chuck E. Cheese pizza? And obviously like Chuck E. Cheese made like the most perfect looking pizza that day and like did not grill them at all about anything. And everyone's like, what the heck? Like that was so PR. It wasn't even funny. Yeah. And they're like, I feel like, and then everyone else started going and getting the pizza.
And seeing if it went together.
Yeah, and it was weird.
Honestly, it probably worked in their favor because people who
were going.
Like they were paying for pizza that they wouldn't have paid for before.
That was a crazy conspiracy theory time.
That's so
I really
funny.
liked that one.
Yeah, and then of course like the Diddy conspiracy.
All the things that have been said about that man are so freaking scary.
Yeah.
Like all the parties. No, like makes my skin crawl.
I know. And we were just talking because the trial is happening.
Yes.
Which started the day of the Met Gala.
Yeah.
You were
which
saying
is just so
like ironic.
so odd.
Yeah.
There's something like dystopian about that. But yeah, they started on Monday. And I think they're in the process of like picking the jury. I haven't heard too much about what's going on, but I just know it's intense.
Wild.
And Stephanie Sue, who has a podcast where she's been like covering the Diddy stuff, she's been going in person to like see everything. And she's been posting on TikTok, like coming out of the courthouse. She's like, he's been like looking at everyone like when he's talking. I'm like, that's so freaking scary.
Yeah.
There's some people, I don't want to be in the room for that.
No. And I wonder who they're going to bring in as, what is it?
Like the witness?
Yeah, witnesses.
I know that his ex, Cassie, was in New York, and I don't know if she spoke yet, but I think she's supposed to.
Yeah. Which that's going to be crazy because the video that came out of them in the hotel.
And she's pregnant right now, so I feel like I'm just like, oh my God, let her be.
So much stress.
I know. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
She just needs to be like at home and done away from all of this.
Have you heard the conspiracy about in LA with the underground tunnels? How there is possibly a Starbucks underground?
What?
You haven't heard this?
Starbucks?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so
Wait, what?
Yes. So somebody came out and said that they worked in the underground Starbucks and that they had signed an NDA and their NDA was up. So now they could speak about it. But I mean, everyone knows that there's some sort of underground tunnels in LA.
I've been hearing that like Elon Musk wanted to make like Tesla tunnels. So like
which is
Tesla
proven.
drivers could like go down and drive. And I'm like, okay, well, let me in.
Do you have a Tesla?
I do. And someone tried to come at me for it like the other day on Instagram. They were like, oh, you have a Tesla? I'm like, I bought it 5 years ago. That man was not involved in politics back then. Don't come for me. I paid it off. I'm not buying a new car.
Yeah. No, but I think it's proven that there is Tesla underground tunnels because I've seen videos of people testing them out. But they're saying that there's other underground tunnels and that there was a Starbucks under it. And that's where like celebrities could stop and get their coffee and all this stuff. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure. I do think, why would someone just come out and say that they worked at Starbucks?
That's like really random.
That's really random. But it's all so interesting.
Was it on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, were they just saying that like for the gag of it all? But
I don't know.
I could also see celebrities doing something like that.
Yeah. Well, and they were tying it with the whole LA fires thing and how more stuff is coming out about that.
I know there's like so many theories that people have about how the fire started.
Yeah. I definitely have my theories.
Do you?
Yeah. So crazy.
Oh no.
Okay, so speaking of conspiracy theories, what is your favorite one you've heard? Besides, like the Chuck E. Cheese, but what's the most interesting?
Maybe like the Avril Lavigne one.
I just saw her on Call Her Daddy.
And they talked about it.
And they talked about it.
That was crazy because I'm just like, it's like, how does someone like come up with something like that? But also like, I was like so sucked in by the end of like watching all that stuff about it that I'm like,
Yeah.
did they really like replace her with this Melissa woman? And then people also say the same thing about Britney.
Yes.
Where they're like,
yeah.
that is not the Britney I know and I love. And I'm like, oh my God, just like
I
Hollywood's
know.
so scary. And then you hear stuff like the Diddy stuff and you're like, honestly, like Hollywood is capable of so much that's like
So
horrifying.
much. Yeah. I don't know if Britney is necessarily the whole thing about people being cloned.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not really something that I like truly believe in.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of things with her posting that I'm like, this doesn't all add up.
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. But then I watched Sam on a podcast, her ex-husband. He was on Nick Vile's podcast.
Yes.
And I was like, first off, like he is the best. The way that he like speaks about her and like vouches for her, I was like, wow, like you really know how to like do this.
People don't like him though, I thought.
I know.
I don't know. I've only ever seen him on like reality show stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like not really when he's talking about her outside of him like defending her when they were still together.
Yeah.
I think people think like he was working with her family like to get her money and signed off on things and that's why they don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they mentioned him in the documentary that came out about him, but I know people don't like him. But it's so interesting to me because I'm like, she posts all this stuff on Instagram and like, it feels like she's like not okay. I don't know.
No,
but then I'm like, this man is like with her and he's like talking like so like normally and like he goes to events and stuff now and he just like, I'm like, how were they together? How do they have conversations?
They got a divorce though.
Yeah.
So
she's with someone else now.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, the way he was speaking about it though, I was a little like suspect about it because I'm like, is this an act?
I feel like I'm suspicious
so
on everything
careful.
Surrounding her. Yeah, I'm sure he's so PR that it's unreal.
Yeah, so crazy. So speaking of like unwell Alex Cooper, I have to get your take on the Alex Cooper drama.
This is so fascinating
because I don't really know that much about it. So I was like, I know Kristi will know.
I do know some things. I feel like I'm so just curious about the situation just because I'm like, what happened? I have like my theories on it. But essentially, Alex Cooper signed Alex Earl to her Unwell network that she owns with her husband, Matt. That is like, her and Matt are like a dream team. Like, I want to be them.
Yeah.
Like, they have this empire together. They're doing reality shows. They're so much money. But, but I feel like Alex joined Unwell at such a perfect time for her because she was like on the rise and she should have done like something else. Like she should have had that podcast. But I think like over time she's gotten so famous that she's like, I could do this on my own and maybe have like her own Unwell. And then I think more so recent people have been more aware of like her dad is like her manager. And through like all the people that were like talking to the press and stuff, it sounded like her and Alex were like not getting along. But I feel like it was more so like maybe like her dad and Alex Cooper were not getting along. Or like her dad was saying like Alex was being taken advantage of or whatnot. So I'm like, maybe he thought like she deserved a better deal, especially if like season 2 of her podcast was coming. I think he just wanted her to like expand and now she's not doing the podcast. So it's like maybe she didn't even like it to begin with or like wasn't worth her doing because I think she's just vlogging on YouTube now, which kind of makes more sense. I watched her whole Coachella like vlog and she honestly seemed so fun. I was like, she actually wanted to like dance at Coachella, which like nobody ever wants to dance. But I think it was just like all business of like why it kind of fell out. And now she's doing her like Sip Margs, like an alcohol brand. I feel like she just like took a lot of what she learned by being around Alex Cooper and is like utilizing it for her own venture. And maybe like there's like beef because of that. I don't know. Maybe like Alex doesn't want competition. But then I think Alex Cooper's no longer working with her publicist, and she's like working with Alex Earl now. But I don't know. But it is a rumor I heard.
Yeah.
Which would be crazy.
I did hear that. And then also a thing, whenever you sign with some production companies like that, they own the rights to all your content.
Yeah.
So my theory is maybe she wanted to step away, but because she was signed with her, they still own the rights to all of her content. So if she does do another podcast, she would have to completely start over all the branding.
Yeah. She said that she owned the IP and stuff.
Oh, she did? Okay.
I think it's only, because Alex came out to say she wasn't taking the podcast from her because people were like, what the heck? Like, yeah. And she was like, I learned from like Dave Portnoy or whatever that to just always own your IP. So I think she wasn't holding on to the podcast.
Yeah.
Probably just for look's sake. Because I'm sure if her company was, everyone would be like, what the heck? Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah. It kind of makes me sad though, because I feel like, you know, being two successful women, if they were to do something together.
I know.
Or like maybe they gave her some revenue in the company or something like that.
She really was part of one of the first shows that they did on Unwell. And I feel like really gave Unwell a presence. It was like the first person that they signed. And then I believe it was Madeline and then Harry Jousey. But I'm like, these are the people that I'm like associating with Unwell.
Yeah.
But
I know
it's sad. And I watched like when Alex was on Call Her Daddy, and I feel like it was around the time that Alex was kind of changing how she was doing Call Her Daddy. She did like a whole vlog style with Alex, like a reality show, and I don't know. I'm like, that's sad. I thought that they were kind of giving like sister energy.
Yeah. No, I thought so too. And she's coming out with a reality show about dating.
Yes.
I'm like,
she's
put
doing
me on it.
Dating show. I heard her talk. I went to the Hulu event where they were talking about all the new shows that are coming out. And she came out and she was talking about it. And she's like, Rob and I were just at dinner last night. And he's like the head of like Hulu Unscripted. I'm like, I can't believe she's at this dinner with this man. Like, it's just like so unreal.
Oh my God.
She went from like Barstool. Now she's like having dinner with like the head of Unscripted at Hulu.
Did she even give any information about what the show's going to be like?
Yes. I think it's going to be a boat somewhere, some island, ocean, whatever. And they're casting for people to like date each other.
Okay.
I was getting like Love Island on a boat vibe.
That's what I was going to say. It's giving luxury Love Island.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Sounds up my alley.
It was like hard to like narrow everybody down. Like everyone's like so fun. So I'm like, okay, give us good TV. Like I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So they've already started casting for it.
Yeah. I think it might still be open, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm like, how do I get on this?
No, you should.
I'm like, it's hard out here.
No, it's rough.
LA.
And in LA, it's disgusting.
It's hard. But you have a boyfriend.
I do.
Do you talk about him on
Not really. I mean, I like posted like just like our feet like at Coachella and like a really blurry picture of us. But
you keep it pretty
private,
discreet.
I guess. Yeah. I'm like, there's never like a need to like chat about it, I guess.
He's not on social media, obviously.
No.
Okay.
But we did meet at VidCon, which is like kind of crazy. But it like aligned, like he works in social media, just like doesn't do it himself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cute. Love that. Oh my gosh, VidCon's such a throwback. I used to work for TikTok. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
Yeah, so I worked for Flipagram. And then it was acquired by ByteDance. So I worked for TikTok. So we did like in the VidCon early days.
Wow.
Early days. So
I was hearing about VidCon this week because someone was like, are you going? And I was like, I mean, like the past like 2 years I've gone to like the parties and stuff. There was like a TikTok party, there was a Meta party, and then this year I'm like, I haven't heard a thing. So I'm like, I don't even know. I forgot it was even happening.
I feel like maybe it's changed a bit.
I think it definitely has. And someone said that TikTok like wasn't going to be like as big of like a part of VidCon this year. And like I think they got bought out. I think VidCon got bought. So like, who's going to be there?
Also, that's a whole other thing too, because with TikTok, the whole thing that happened with the transition.
Yeah.
So I have my theories on it, is that basically because they weren't allowing China to get all of our information, I guess. Or like they put some band, I forgot what it was called. Do you know like the government? They like ruled something, Oh my God. I'm like, I sound so dumb right now. It's like the House of Legislature like filed something.
Like the extension?
No, not the extension. They filed, would have to look it up because it's so bad. Anyways, they filed some law, rule, whatever.
Yes.
That it had something to do with getting our information through IP. So that's where they wanted to ban TikTok because of that situation.
Yeah.
And so then TikTok went ghost for a day. And I think that they were removing that IP that was connected to ByteDance during
is this
that
like
time.
In January?
In January.
Oh, like when they went totally
Ghost.
offline. Oh.
And so I think maybe it changed the algorithm a bit, but then it ties into like, okay, last year at the Met Gala, TikTok was there.
Yes, they sponsored the Met Gala.
It, yeah. And then with VidCon, TikTok was obviously a big part of that too. But this year, TikTok isn't a part of anything. Of it. So I'm wondering if they're going to get bought out by another company or like what the deal is,
I feel like there's a ton of offers on the table, but they just haven't wanted to do it. And I don't know if it's because they just don't want to and they're just being stubborn, or if there's something under the table. I don't know. But there's so many people that are like, just take my data. Like, I love the app.
Yeah, I know. Do you have any like thoughts on the Met Gala, conspiracy, celebrity, gossip?
The Met Gala was interesting this year. I thought there was going to be like more drama, I guess, because I feel like there's always something surrounding the Met Gala, but there really wasn't too much. I mean, people talked about stuff, but it wasn't that crazy. And like no influencers. I know you're good.
Vibrating.
There was like no influencers except for Emma Chamberlain at the Met Gala for the first time. I don't think YouTube bought a table, and I don't think like TikTok definitely didn't buy a table.
Right.
Which is wild.
Which is so crazy. Yeah, I saw a few of the looks. One of my favorite looks was, Kendall Jenner, but I just love her. All of her looks, but
it was like her and Hailey were both wearing like suit vibes. I liked Kendall's after party look.
Oh,
I said it in a TikTok. She was wearing this hat, and I was like, I liked that better than what she wore to the Met Gala. But honestly, that happens a lot of the time where their after party look like slays. Maybe because they can actually pick it out.
True.
And then what they wear at the Met, like sometimes it's like the designer's influence.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a little bit more sexy, like chill vibes, the after party look. Yeah. So, it probably goes along with more of
it was good.
Her style.
And then Katy Perry's like AI look, I was like,
oh my.
I actually like really liked it. Like I thought she was there for a second, and I was like, she really ate with that. And then it wasn't even her. It wasn't real.
No.
But she posted it on Instagram. She was like, here you guys, like my mom like got tricked by the AI again.
Oh my gosh. Unbiased opinion, but I am not a Katy Perry fan.
I feel like you're not alone in that. Everyone's like hating on her right now. I feel like if she never went to space though, nobody would be coming down on her as hard right now about her tour.
Yeah.
I feel like she would just kind of like be like in the background, like doing her thing and being silly. And the people that get it.
Yeah.
But because she went to space, everyone's looking at her and they're like, what is going on?
Do you think Katy Perry actually went to space?
I know people don't think that they went because like something about like the door open from the inside and they don't believe that they actually went. I don't know. I'm like, why? It's such a dumb thing to like lie about going to space, but also like, what's the point of going for like 10 minutes? I think when they first announced that they were all going, I was thinking it was going to be like this bigger mission or something than like just
touchdown 15 minutes. Yeah.
Just like some space tourism.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They were just making it such a spectacle. Like the first like all ladies flight crew. Yes. I'm like, oh, okay. This is sounding really important.
Yeah.
And then like that day I'm hearing it was just like a couple minutes. And I was like, what was the point of that? For them to take a selfie and like she announced her like tour like set list. I was like, what? She's like, I'm the first artist to ever like announce my set list in space. And I was like, well, like, yeah, because like who's getting that opportunity?
Yeah. Also, that's the only reason why I think it might be a little bit fake or a PR stunt is because why spend all of that money? Yeah, I'm all for feminism, like women empowerment and, that whole crew going. But it's just, you're spending all that money to go up there for 15 minutes and then just come back down and they're like kissing the ground, like
I was like,
full makeup.
nobody made you go. You're acting like you put your life on the line.
Yeah.
I think it had been different because some people were saying like one of the women that went had worked in NASA and she just like, when are you getting the opportunity to go to space? I think like that's so different if it was like people that had worked their whole lives and never got the chance to be in space. Like that's super cool. But it's like Katy Perry and Gayle King, like what are we how did we get the invite?
Right.
Is it because we know like Jeff or what's the deal here?
Yeah.
You got like #1 spender on Amazon, you get to go to space. Like, is that what it takes? I don't know.
It's so funny. Do you believe in aliens?
I feel like there's gotta be something else out there. I'm like, we're so advanced over here. We cannot be like the only ones that like figured something out. But I don't know.
Yeah. Have you heard about the whole Antarctica?
About how like they don't know what's like
Past the
beyond.
wall? Yes.
Oh, my boyfriend's like obsessed with this like
Really?
stuff. He's like,
I love it.
What is over there? He likes those conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And we just watched Paradise. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's Paradise, and then there was something else. Every show right now feels like it's end of the world.
Yes.
Selective people get to live in the community type of vibe.
Yes.
And he's been having like dreams about this too. I'm like, stop, you're gonna manifest it. And it's like so scary because I'm like not Kim Kardashian enough to like be invited into the bubble. Like I'm gonna die. Like that show is crazy. And I'm so happy they're doing season 2.
I loved the show. And then also everyone was reporting about, like blackouts and certain things like that. And then going along with the fires. I always say that any any shows that are coming out are kind of an innuendo to what like is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be like to that extreme, but it is interesting that a lot of the shows that are coming out are like almost end of the world, like
it's like
under like inner city vibes.
Yes,
or
and it's also
cities.
like class too, because it's like only a certain amount of people are getting to go into the safe space.
Yeah,
and everyone else is just like on their own.
Yeah,
nobody cares. And I'm like, how do I get invited to the bunker?
Literally,
I want to be invited to the bunker.
I know. I'm from Texas. I was telling my dad we should build a bunker.
I'm like legitimately saying this. I'm like, I think I need one, but then I'm like, I don't want to be like stuck in like a tiny bunker eating like space food.
I know. Space food.
But I'm like, these are like real things that people are legitimately like prepared for.
I know.
And I know there's like some bigger plan in Hollywood. I'm sure there is. This is like me deep in the conspiracies. I just feel like it's real.
I know. No, but the whole Antarctica thing's crazy because people have reported that they've tried to go there. I know that Red Bull, their team, they went or tried to go and they were met with FBI or like military planes stopping them. Oh, a lot of people have said that. So
that's nuts. Like to see what else like
is beyond it. It's giving Game of Thrones.
It's the bunker. Yeah. The bunker is there.
Yeah.
The Hollywood and elite bunker is on the other side of the wall.
Or aliens maybe that they're like testing or keeping from us. I don't know. There's so much.
There's something over there and it's freaking me out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think Kylie Jenner's like building a house right now, or one of the Kardashian sisters is building a house. And they said that a bunker was being built. It was like 4-bedroom bunker. I'm like, you guys, like, it's real. They know something I don't.
They know something. Are you a Kardashian fan?
I feel like I like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like them. People like hate them, but I just find them fascinating. I like talking about the Kardashians. I like consuming the Kardashian content because I don't know, they're interesting.
Yeah.
I've liked the show. I've watched it forever.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's a little bit more produced than it was before.
Yeah.
I liked it when they were just like silly and fun. And now I do feel like because of social media, we see everything that they're going to talk about before they're talking about it on the show. So when you're watching, you're like, oh, okay, that was like then. I wish Kylie would put Timmy on the show. I need to see her and Timothée Chalamet on the show. Like yesterday, I'm obsessed with them. I know everyone hates them, or not everyone, but a lot of people don't like them. I think they're so cute.
I think that they're cute.
Like all the edits that I'm seeing, I'm like, no, like they're cute.
Yeah. Is there any recent like celebrity tea on them? I don't really keep up.
I think Kanye is like trying to threaten to sue Kim, but it's like over the kids, and I'm like, I fear you have not proven that you should be the one to like parent them. I think it should be Kim. And Kylie and Timmy made their couple carpet debut recent.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be at the Met Gala, but it was at some award show in Italy, I think.
Yeah.
And I watched one of like the lip readers talk about it.
Oh my gosh,
last
I
night.
did too.
And she was like, I'm coming. And he was like, yeah. I was like, wait, because like I'm seeing the pictures thinking like it's calculated, so planned. The Kardashians know exactly what they're doing. But I'm like, wait, in the moment he was just like, I want her to come and take these pictures with me.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, I like them. Are you a Justin Bieber fan?
I do like Justin Bieber, but I'm like, what is going on, Justin?
Yeah.
I feel like and I like him and Haley. I know people don't like them, but I like them together. I feel like there's no way he could be with Selena. I feel like the two of them are toxic together. They're both like the same almost. Like they're kind of like wild cards. So they both need someone that's like keeping them grounded.
Yeah.
I feel like Benny is keeping Selena grounded and Haley is keeping Justin grounded.
Yeah.
To an extent. Right now, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I think he's just making so many things right now. Like he's working on his album. He's putting out this clothing line. I think he's in this like artistic, like everything has such deep meaning. I need to share it with the world.
Yeah.
So he's like spam posting everywhere and it looks like he's crazy when I feel like he's just like in the zone or something.
Yeah. You were at Coachella. Did you see him?
I wish I saw him. I wanted to so badly.
Yeah.
But no, we went to go see, who did we go to see? We went to Yeet. And him and Haley were there, but like we were just like more like in the back and like they were like over here. And we saw later that they were like literally at the barricade. And I'm like, dang, we could have seen them.
Yeah, no, I love Justin and Haley together. I was a Haley Bieber or Haley Baldwin fan before they even got together. I think they definitely ground each other. I think she has such calming energy.
I think she's good for him.
Yeah.
I think that she's what he needs.
Yeah, and I think Justin, I mean, he's been in the spotlight for so long. And I mean, it's come out. He's gone through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, give the poor guy a break after everything he's been through. If he wants to have fun and post crazy things, whatever. I think he's just messing with
that's why I'm like,
media.
Think he's just like,
I think, to be honest,
being like in the zone, working on art, just putting out whatever. Like he's like got this spam account that has like millions of followers.
Yeah,
I feel like that's just like how he's treating it.
Yeah, I think he's just messing with people because he's so sick of paparazzi and everything making him to be a certain way. So I think he's like, oh, I'm gonna give it back to you guys, and you have been doing this for years, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna just mess with it.
Yeah, because he posts Haley and like I don't know, they seem good. They were at Coachella having fun. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being in the spotlight to that extent.
I know.
Like they literally couldn't go anywhere even at Coachella. I saw a video of them like trying to get coffee and it was
oh my gosh,
I know.
That? Yeah, and then everyone was trying to go to that coffee place after.
That's so funny. And then you went to Stagecoach.
Yes.
How was that?
I think I'm a Coachella girl, but
yeah.
Also I just feel like Stagecoach was more like worky. But when I was there, I was like, why is it feeling more exclusive than Coachella? Like every single place that I went, everyone was getting denied. They're like, you need an extra wristband if you want to be in this section. And I was like, what? I'm like, why is this like way more intense? There was like, after the second day, there were like all of these posters that had like all these different wristbands on it. And they were like, you need to have like one of these to be here, here, and here. And I'm like, I literally just like went up to the man. I was like, where can I go? Like,
where am I allowed?
Help me.
I know. I feel like almost Stagecoach is turning into the new Coachella of what Coachella used to be.
It was packed and everyone was
so
talking about it. I was
crowded.
like, dang, like, okay, I guess I'm going to go. And I wanted to see Lana. So, and apparently everybody else wanted to see Lana too. And she was like on the small stage. I was like, I needed her to be on the main stage because it was just like too much.
Yeah. It was packed. We tried to go through the back because we went artists, but they wouldn't even let us through that way.
Yeah, I had artist guests.
Oh my
and they were like, if you don't know Lana Del Rey, you're not getting in this gate. And like the guy was on such a power trip. And
Yeah.
I saw him say no to literally everyone, like all these celebrities. They were trying to get in and they were like, but I'm artist. Even like the golden voice people that work for like Stagecoach were standing like around me and they couldn't even get in.
Yeah.
It was really like friends and family only at the front.
Oh my gosh.
And then
we
the
probably
next-
saw each other, honestly.
right
Because
there,
I was getting
trying to
denied
get
there
in,
too.
yeah.
So,
And the next day, they had barricaded it off.
yeah.
Like you couldn't even go and like attempt to be like, they had like posters of like all the wristbands that it was nuts.
It's so crazy.
Like they really were gatekeeping it.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, speaking of going back, Addison Rae at Coachella.
I saw her at Stagecoach.
At Stagecoach?
I saw her at Stagecoach. It was the second day. I saw her walk into the Rose Garden and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, you know what? I just like I need to say something. I need to be like, oh my God, like this is like so crazy. And she was like alone. She's like taking pictures of the roses.
Oh my,
Just like
just hanging
just
out.
having a stroll through the Rose Garden. No big deal. Like
Oh
a
my
little
God.
fairy or something. I was like,
Love.
Addison, like the rebrand, so good. She was like, thanks. And I was just like, dude, like I was just stunned. I was like, I don't even need a picture. Like I just needed to be like, the rebrand is it's off the charts, girl.
Yeah. So you're a fan.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what she did, but her leaving the internet for like a period of time and then leaking her music,
Yeah.
like gave her career.
Mhm.
And also being in with Charlie before Charlie like
Blew
blew up with
yeah.
Brat Summer. It was so good.
Yeah, it was good. The only rebuttal I did have is her outfit at Coachella.
Well, I don't think I saw the Coachella. Wait, are you talking about when she came out on stage with
Yeah,
Charlie?
when she was like
In the
screaming.
pink?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
polka dots.
I mean, the Stagecoach outfit, she was like in a
Slaying.
zip up and like
Oh, okay.
maybe sweatpants, no makeup.
Oh.
I was like, damn girl, slay. Like
Just
her,
like-
she did not care. She
Yeah.
was like, I'm just here. I'm here for the roses and the vibes.
Love. Yeah. Did you saw her at Coachella perform or
I
no?
saw her when she came out with Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it what everyone made it out to be?
What did everyone make it out to be that they didn't like it? Well,
They just did a lot of screaming.
yeah, I mean, I get, but like that's like her in the song. She like screams in that song.
Mhm.
I feel like I expected Addison to come out just because I'm like, who else is she going to bring out? Maybe she'll bring out Troy again, but I just felt like Addison was going to come out, so I wasn't surprised. But nothing beats weekend one with Charlie bringing out Lord and Billy and Troy. I
my gosh.
literally just like almost shit my pants. It was just like the best, most iconic set ever, and I had like the best group around me.
Love.
And then weekend two, I was like, you know what? I'm just happy to be here again.
Mhm.
And when Addison came, I didn't even think Addison was going to come out because I think she did the song without her, like right when she came out, and then they did it again together.
Okay.
And I was almost like, oh, she's not going to bring anyone out.
Yeah.
And then it was Addison, and I was like, okay. And everyone was just like, oh my God, like no, we
Yeah.
wanted more. We wanted Lord. I'm
I
like,
know.
Lord was not going to come out again,
Yeah.
but I'm happy for Addison.
hmm It really does make a difference, though, whenever you go to these festivals. If you guys haven't been to like Stagecoach or Coachella, who you're with
Yes.
and the vibes around you, it can really make or break
100%.
the festival completely.
100%. I've gone with different groups like almost every year.
Yeah.
And it really is like who you're with and who you're like going to each set with
Mhm.
that really makes it, because you could just be standing there like, or you could be like raging,
Vibing out. Yeah.
dancing.
Yeah. I'm a huge country fan. So being from Texas.
Yeah.
So the last day when Luke Combs came out.
Okay, yeah.
You had left, right?
I had
You
left.
But he just sounded so good live. I think he
Ugh.
sounds better live than his albums.
Here.
So we were just vibing out, just like running around, frolicking, dancing. But I went with a good group of friends and then like
Yeah.
my brother and cousin. So yeah, no, it definitely
Oh,
makes or
that's
breaks
good. Did you
it.
see Zach Bryan?
I did.
I love his music so much. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, but like Brianna, Jake, and Bry.
Oh my gosh, the whole drama.
The whole drama, I'm like, oh my God, I can't look at you the same, but these songs are so
So
good.
good.
It's like ridiculous. But
I
then
know.
the second on Saturday, Jelly Roll was like,
Oh.
and he kept bringing out everyone.
I love
it
Jelly
was
Roll.
so good.
I'm obsessed with him. Just him as a person makes his music better.
I was like, I felt like I was at church or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you believe in second chances.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. And then Bailey Zimmerman came out. Was it with Jelly Roll? It might have been with Luke Combs.
I think with Luke Combs, because I'm like, I don't remember that.
He was off of his rocker. Like, he's so funny, but I was just like, what are you on? Like, I love the vibes. He was like lifting up his shirt, like flashing everyone.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. But yeah, he's like the only single country artist.
Is he single? Really?
Mhm.
Dang, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, I think he's like the only one besides Riley Green,
Huh.
which,
Like maybe he's like an F-boy.
yeah.
Like John Mayer.
Mm.
Did you see the Backstreet Boys?
No, I had left.
I feel like
right.
that's a lot of people that didn't like country but went to Stagecoach were like, I'm only going to see the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
And I was
Boys.
like, whoa, okay.
Or T-Pain. I think
Yes.
T-Pain was there. Shabuzi.
Nelly. And then Mumford and Sons did a pop-up. A lot of people
Mhm.
came for Lana.
Yeah. Wait, I saw this recently. I was like, oh, maybe she doesn't know this. The Beyonce. Are you a Beyonce fan?
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't go to the tour.
I know. I love Beyonce as an artist, but I don't really know how I feel about her and Jay-Z, that whole drama.
I saw Beyonce at Coachella, the iconic performance. And then I saw her when she went on tour with Jay-Z. And like they were playing all these videos of like her and the twins. And I was like, oh my God, like I love this. I was like, I'm gonna put this all behind me. And like I'm not even gonna like remember, even though she's like singing these songs about like him like cheating on her. And like he's like right there.
Yeah.
But I would have gone to this tour, but it was like right after Coachella. I was like,
Yeah.
I did Coachella, Stagecoach. I was like,
You need a break.
girl needs to be home.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it on my phone. And I feel like I was there because I was seeing all the clips of it. I was seeing Rumi, everyone talking about Blue. I'm like, it was like I was there.
Yeah. I got invited, but I didn't attend. She kind of gives me like a little bit like satanic vibes.
What?
I know.
No,
crazy.
we're going to get canceled.
I know. It's okay. But she is, I guess, getting sued.
Oh, yes.
By the Sphere.
I saw the video of what she played at the show where she like walks up. It's like the animation of Beyonce in Vegas. And then she like lifts up this sphere that is like most definitely like the sphere in Vegas. And then they like sued her for it.
Yeah. Which I don't even.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I definitely thought it was interesting because I was like, okay, you can sue for using a sphere.
Yeah, because
I don't get it.
I'm like, okay, like, yeah, it looks like the sphere, but she could also just say it's a sphere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they said that they had like beef or something. She was going to try to do a residency.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe that's why they sued her, because they were just like, ugh, like you're gonna use our like image. To promo when you didn't want to do a deal with us, or who knows how it all went down. But I'm like, now people are talking about the sphere.
I know.
So whatever.
Yeah.
Free promo from Beyonce.
Exactly. Okay. Well, is there any more celebrity tea that?
I mean, I'm always tuned in on the Blake and Justin lawsuit and what's going on there. And like this week, they subpoenaed Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
And so everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, is she going to have to testify or what is going to happen? And then apparently Travis unfollowed Ryan Reynolds a couple weeks ago. So everyone's like, are her and Blake even friends anymore? Her publicist put out a statement, which they never put out statements ever.
Yeah.
And they were just like, they're trying to use her name just to like make their lawsuit like this much more amplified.
Like Taylor Swift's name.
Yeah, like in like I think just like talking about like Justin and his team, like they're just trying to like use like Taylor's name.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so messy.
But I heard that Taylor is the godmother to.
I know my mom was saying this to me too, and I was like, I don't think so. Like maybe like the last one, but I think the only person that she's like a godmother of like their child is, I don't remember her name. I think it's Jamie, but she was on Heart of Dixie. She was in White Chicks.
Okay.
She's like an actress and she has a kid. I don't even think they're friends anymore, but I know Taylor was like the godmother of her son. But I don't know about Blake and
Yeah, that'd
Ryan's
be
kids.
crazy
I just
because
know,
I heard it was the first 2 kids. She was the godmother too, but not
like,
one
I
of
don't
them
know.
or something.
I'm
But
like, I don't
that's
even know.
crazy, yeah.
She just like uses their names like in her songs though. So I'm like, I know they're close. They like gone trick or treating and stuff.
I know that whole lawsuit is just so insane. It kind of made me sad because I was such
Nuts.
a Blake Lively
I
fan.
like her.
Like die hard since Gossip Girl.
I know. I really like her. And I still like her. Like there's, I mean, so much being said in the lawsuit. I think it's just like they both did bad things.
Yeah.
Type of deal. I wish she would take like an ounce of accountability for like how like she promoted the movie. Even if she doesn't view it that way. Even her just being like, you guys, I shouldn't have promoted the movie that way. I think people would have been like, it's okay. But because she's been like so just like egotistical about it,
Yeah.
of like defending it, I'm like, no, it's not coming off like the right way. And like her and Ryan on SNL like kind of making a joke of like, what have you heard? Like, what's going on? I'm like, no, let's not.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of it has to do with Ryan though?
I don't know. I mean, like with how they're acting right now.
Or how it's like been orchestrated because
Maybe. I feel like
Yeah.
the two of them are like talking together and they're also talking to like people that are in their lives that are like gassing them up probably.
Yeah.
And they're just like in A-list like celebrity world more than Justin.
of course they got him dropped from
Yeah, WME.
So
I just feel like they feel like they're in the right and that the
Yeah.
public is wrong and that Justin is like continuing to ruin their reputation in the media. I think like they've had a hand in it too though. And I'm like,
1,000%. And Justin is not playing. He has come out, anything that they've brought to the table, he's come out with hard evidence.
I mean, when
and
he released that
backs-
video.
Oh my gosh, or the website.
Yeah, the
That
website.
was
And when he
crazy.
released that video, that was like, this was the scene that she said that I was inappropriate. I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, like it doesn't look like what you wrote, girl.
No.
It's not looking like what I was reading in your complaint. And then they
Yeah.
like changed their complaint. I was like, it just doesn't look good. I'm like, really, I'm trying to root for you, girl, but
I know. And the fact they pushed the law or the trial date. You know, it's like 2028 or 2029 or something
what?
crazy.
I thought it was next year.
No,
like
I
in
think
March.
they pushed it.
I know that they've been trying to get it dismissed.
Mm.
It's just not happening. Everyone's like fighting way too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a disaster.
It's a
But I'm locked
disaster.
in. Every week I'm like, there's a new update. Like I need to read it.
I know. I need to watch and stay updated with you because I just get lost in it and then I see all these different opinions.
I know, it's
And then I'm
crazy.
just like, okay, I have such a
I feel like what's
filter
real?
on it because I just like love Blake Lively
Yeah.
as an actress or like things that I've seen. And I also love Ryan Reynolds. Like their relationship was so
I know. It's
cute
it's crazy.
before to
Everyone
me.
thought that they were goals.
Yes.
I remember when everyone was looking forward to her at the Met Gala.
Mhm.
Like her outfits, like she was always like going above and beyond and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Like when she had that like red
Red
dress and the
look,
one that
yes.
like switched colors. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, like what happened? Like you literally went from being like someone like everyone loved and loved her
Yeah.
humor and like her and Ryan's
humor together.
and now everyone's like cringing at
I
everything
know.
that they say.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think that she would lie about
Right.
something like happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's so hard. It's so hard to take a stance because
Yeah, I'm like, there's
you want to be like
something
woman
in the
empower.
middle.
You want to like be on the woman's side too with those
Yeah.
accusations, but it's like
I do
where-
think like things happen on set that he was
Mhm.
like weird or like she
Mhm.
had interpreted it as like weird because there's other people that are also saying he was weird,
right,
which is like leading me to believe like something was interpreted like maybe in
Something.
his mind it wasn't coming off that way,
Mhm.
but to them, he was
Yeah.
just being because they were also tying it to his religion and things that he would
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys. But then he's like, she tried to take the movie. I'm like, I guess like the part that I'm so confused by is like she wanted to take the movie so bad. Like, why doesn't her and Ryan like not make their own movies?
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why? They have all this money. Sydney Sweeney's out here making movies. She has a production company. Margot Robbie made Barbie. Like, I'm like, where is their production company where they're making stuff?
Yeah.
That's where I'm like a little lost upon.
Yeah. And the other main actor that was in it, the guy, what was his name? The really cute one.
In It Ends With Us?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Sklenar.
Sklenar. Yeah. So I guess they were in another movie together prior, or they were doing some,
I don't know,
like press about some movie, and
Yeah.
they did like a whole recap of his faces when Blake was talking about it. Did you
like
see
recent,
that?
Yes. Yeah. He's in a movie, and he was also in like the Yellowstone spinoff. That's
Yes.
what I know him
He's
from.
so cute.
I know, I like him.
Yeah, I
and they
like
were coming
him.
for him because he's Team Blake. But like the whole cast is on her side. Like that is so telling to me.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, it's because she's like Blake Lively. And
Yeah.
oh, it's so hard.
They're like, they don't want to get dropped from their agency if they come out and say anything.
That was so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe that happened.
So what is your most, or who has been your most shocking like celebrity encounter? Or your favorite, I guess.
I feel like people always ask like, oh, like living in LA, like
Who
have you seen or like whatnot? I'm like, I don't know. I guess, well, I went to a Hulu event the other day where they were talking about the new shows coming out.
Mhm.
And then they had given no information on what it was going to be like. And we get there and I'm like asking like the people that are working the event, I'm like, you guys like know when this is going to end? Or like, you know, what's the
What's
itinerary?
the point?
Yeah. And then they're like, I don't know, but like we hear like a Kardashian is going to be here. Like the family is going to be here. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sticking around.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go to like a screening that night too. And then I was like, okay, I'm here
I'm
all
staying.
day. And then, yeah, Chloe and Scott came out and then they were filming the show that at the event. And then it was like all these other Hulu shows. So they had like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives there. Scott's talking to the Mormon wives.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm witnessing this. Like they're filming this show right now. And like in a year, I'm actually going to get to watch the episode. That was kind of crazy.
I do think that Scott and Chloe's relationship.
I love it.
I love it.
And like that day I posted a TikTok too. And I was like, I know it's wrong, but like I want them together.
Really? No. I don't want
like
them
I know
to
it's wrong,
date.
but like in my heart it's right. It's like so sick. Like I wish they like didn't have like kids. Like I wish like Scott just like didn't have kids with Courtney because it's like that is so wrong. But I like them together.
I feel like it's giving brother sister vibes to me.
It is.
I think that Chloe maybe is on a little bit higher frequency than Scott is as far as like her healing journey because she's been through so much shit. Whereas Scott, I mean, I think he's getting there. Like it seems like he's working on it, but
I like that.
I don't think he's on the same caliber. Yeah, it's super cute. Love that.
Yeah, but I like them. Also, like everyone from Dancing with the Stars was there. The Bachelor cast was there, and everyone's like mingling in front of me, and I'm like, how am I here right now?
Yeah. What do you think of the Mormon Wives show? I saw some of them at Stagecoach.
I like them. Mm-hmm. I think the show was like so much bigger than I think anyone thought it was going to be. The drama was huge on TikTok.
Yeah, huge.
And then them being like so open after like on season 1 and everyone it become like a whole spectacle all over again. I didn't think they were even going to do season 2 because I felt like they like hated each other after and there was so much drama, but they're all back for that check. Yeah.
My family lived in Utah for a bit of time. And so
I want to go to Swig so bad.
Oh my gosh. I was talking to some of them like, okay, obviously they're Mormon, you know, so what does the Mormon community think about this?
They must be.
And they were just like, oh, they were up in arms about it.
I'm sure they're so pissed.
Yeah.
But
also I feel like it's bringing light to a different
It is.
You know, like religion, community.
Yeah, because some of them are, like, they're wearing the garments and stuff, and they're talking openly about that, and then some of them have broken away from the religion.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know about
that
they're telling me on that show.
The only stuff I knew was from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because of Heather, how she like stepped out of the Mormon religion and she was talking about it. But besides that, like,
I know, I'm like, they don't drink coffee.
Oh, they drink like Coke or something?
Yeah, I'm like, that's why the soda shops are over there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go to those soda shops.
crazy.
They had a swig pop-up at the Hulu thing, and I was like, this is the best day ever.
Oh my God.
I want to try the dirty sodas.
Did you try it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like a pina colada vibe. Like
It's giving like Sonic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is like that.
It's like Sonic. Okay, I'm like, I do have a question. Have you ever falsely reported on a subject?
For sure. Or like, there's definitely been times where I'm like jumping the gun a little bit. Like I see something and then I'm like, oh wait, no. But I feel like that was like in the early days where it's like anything that was said, you just like talk about it.
Yeah.
Now I definitely think I'm more cautious of like, let me make sure. And if it's not 100%, then I need to like say that. Because like with last night when I was seeing those pages from Catherine's book, I literally made a TikTok. I was like, oh my gosh, she said this, and this. But then I just like put it in my drafts.
Yeah.
And then I get in my computer and I'm like, let me like actually go and like try to find it.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing like the pre-save link, all this stuff. And I'm like, where's like the sample that everyone's talking about of the book? I'm like, I can't find it. I'm like on Reddit and people are like, oh, I went on like Apple and like this, and this. And someone's like, I guess they like took it down. I'm like, okay, well, no.
Yeah. Do you think maybe she had a ghostwriter and the ghostwriter accidentally released it or something?
I think she did because it's not just her name on the title of the book.
Yeah.
So I think she told her story and then this person wrote it for her. But his name is also on there. But I think I have seen it before where you go on like Google and you can like read like the first chapter for free. I'm like, I could see that being a thing. But then also like some of the pages are like blurry and like someone else is like, it looks like ChatGPT, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm second guessing myself. So then I like redid the whole TikTok where I'm like, Catherine announced she's coming out with a book. This is what people are saying is in the first 3 chapters, but like I don't know like 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just like super cautious now of like, is this like for real?
Yeah.
Unless I'm seeing it like on their page.
Right. Sorry, this like air is like making my eyes water.
Dry?
Like, oh no, like water. I'm like, it's gonna look like I'm crying. No, I mean, that's like the whole thing. I feel like you always, I mean, they were telling me always say allegedly, but you're never, there's always gonna be like some false things that come out.
Yeah.
But you probably get so much hate. Or do you like get so much hate like or like in your DMs or messages for reporting, or is it mostly
I feel like now
support?
Like, I try to just take like neutral ground of like this is what's being said and like this is what people are saying on both sides. I'm like and like leave it up to like what do you think about this whole thing?
Okay.
But before I would for sure just kind of be like more opinionated. And then like people would obviously have like more to say. I feel like on TikTok when I'm reporting things quickly, I'll give my opinion.
Yeah.
But it just depends what I'm talking about. But I'm like, I hate being wrong. Like, if something's wrong, I'm like, oh my God, like, I need to take it down. Like, this is not,
Especially since you've shown face, probably now you've had to be a little bit more neutral, or do you still remain?
Even like before then, I was like trying to be more neutral just because I'm like, I wanted it to be more of a news outlet and not so much commentary. I think on short form it is more commentary, but that's just it's like more fun on there.
Yeah.
But I wanted the YouTube stuff, like the long form, to be just a place to be like, what the heck is going on? I just need to know from start to finish the drama, and then I can like tell my friends and we can talk about it.
Have you thought about doing like red carpet?
I used to do that
or anything like that.
I used to do it a lot, like before YouTube stuff.
Okay.
I like did freelance where I would like go on the carpets and interview people, and I would like to do that more. I've done it a little bit.
Okay.
And like kind of just like trying to go back more into that.
Yeah.
Like doing short form stuff and interviewing artists, and I have like a podcast that I'm working on that's like hopefully will be like released soon because it's been like a year that we've been like trying to do this thing, and we've interviewed people for that. So I'm hoping that
Yeah.
more stuff like that comes around.
Tell us about your newest project. Who's Worth the
I'm
Ticket?
like, Who's Worth a Ticket is like a newer project that I'm actually able to talk about because it's like up and running. But I've been seeing so many like man on the street interviews of like artists like in New York, or they're like,
Yeah.
Charlie, tell me what you're wearing. And I'm like, there's like nothing like that happening in LA.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something related to the music industry. I'm going to all these concerts, I'm going to the festivals. I'm like, I just need a place where I can post all this like music related content and also try and like interview people too.
Okay.
So that's been really exciting to just meet with like artists that I love and like, and I don't know, just like post it for fun.
Yeah. Who is your favorite people that you've interviewed so far for it?
I got to interview Hope Tala at Coachella, which was so fun. I was just like, I can't even believe I'm like interviewing someone that's like performing at Coachella. I never could have like imagined that. So that was really fun. Let's see. And then I did Trisha Paytas's podcast, and then we shot like a little interview afterwards. So that was super fun. I was like so happy she was down to do that. And it like worked out because she had just put out a new song, and like she had a music video coming out right that week. So yeah, that lined up. And yeah, I'm hoping for more people. Yeah.
Did you do anyone at Stagecoach?
No, I like plan to maybe, but honestly, like that weekend was such a blur.
Yeah.
I was like, went super late on Friday, and then Saturday I was like at an event before I even went to the festival. And honestly, the whole time I was just like, what the heck? Like what is this place? I'm like, it looks like all backwards from Coachella, but it was still fun.
Yeah. And also like doing festival after festival after festival. It gets to be so, oh my gosh.
My feet were just ruined.
Yeah.
They're still like a little bit like,
my legs are still a little swollen. I got a lymphatic drainage massage, and she was like, yeah, your legs are definitely swollen. I was like,
I need that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have to give you her number. She comes to your house.
Oh,
Shout out to Daniela. She's at Sculpt. But I'm such a firm believer in like natural health remedies. Yes. So lymphatic drainage is in acupuncture too. I don't know if you do acupuncture.
No, I've never done it.
Yeah, I have to give you the number to them. They're here in LA.
I need to do lymphatics so bad. I've done it a couple times before, but yeah, that whole last month like messed me up so bad. But then I watched Jake Weber's like vlog of Coachella, and he showed his feet, and they were like bowling balls. And I was like, you know what? Suddenly mine aren't that bad.
Yeah. No, it's the people I wish I could be. I mean, I can go, but the people that are doing like the whole day festival, then the after parties till like 5, 6 a.m. going. I couldn't. Like I wanted to go to Zinjara and all the different, there's like the Von Dutch.
Yeah, I had gone to Zinjara last year, and then I went to some of the day stuff. But I was like, last year I tried to do everything, and I like felt like I was dying.
Yeah, after you just get so sick.
Yeah, and like,
that's actually something you could look into too. I think Von Dutch just got bought out by a new person.
Oh.
So they're doing like a full new rebranding. And so they invested a lot of money into the Stagecoach party.
Interesting. Because I know they also did Coachella too. I
think they did, yeah.
Yeah. Because I went to something for Stagecoach, and they had like the Von Dutch stuff there. But it was like, it just like so happened to be on the same property, but it like was from the past.
Yeah. No, they did like a full like crazy insane party. So I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but supposedly I'm like bringing Von Dutch back. I used to wear it when I was in like middle school. I'm probably older.
They had like a festival resurgence because I was hearing about it like every freaking day.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else that you want to chat about?
I don't know. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, it goes by so quickly. I'm like, I could go on forever, but
yeah, I feel like that was like the gist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm happy we finally got to do this.
I know, same. We've been missing each other. We tried to do Stagecoach. Then we tried to do Saturday. It didn't work. So we finally sat down. But also, where can everyone follow and find you?
I am Spill Sesh on like literally everything. So that's where I am for the latest on all things happening on the internet.
And then where can they find Who's Your Ticket?
Who's Worth Your Ticket is on TikTok. It's on Instagram. I'm posting on shorts, but it's all the same
all
content
the
landing on
same.
different places.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We will see you guys next
Dry
week.
Diaries with
Bye.
Alex.